Oh, there it goes again.
So I'm at the reservoir today, and as the alarms are not screaming their heads off, I thought I'd go through some of the essential equipment required for any type of pike angling. So the first piece of essential equipment is a good landing net. 42 inches best. If you're roving, you can use the smaller rub mesh nets. I have 2 nets when I'm staying in the same position, because you can get double run. Then you could leave one in the net while you net the second fish. After you've landed the fish, a good size padded unhooking mat is essential so that you don't damage the fish whilst you're unhooking it. I carry a selection of forceps, long nose pliers, scissors. Sometimes I have caught fish that have braid still left in them that I can cut away with the scissors. A good pair of side cutters. Similarly, hooks. If you're cutting out old hooks, then the side cutters work well. And pistol grip disgorger. I've never used that, but since it's in the arsenal, I take it with me. I always have a bucket of water ready to pour over the unhooking mat and also the weigh sling. That way I don't have to wet everything down every so often. I can just chuck the bucket of water over the lot of it. And I keep the weigh sling and the scales to hand so that the fish is out of the water for the least amount of time possible. I also carry a retaining sling, so that in the event that I catch a good sized fish that I want to photograph, I can weigh it, put it in the sling, return it to the water for a while, let it recover, and then take it out for the photographs. So those are the essential items that you need for any type of pike angling. The fish care is important. Pike are very fragile. They don't do well with low oxygen levels. So the more we can look after them, the better it is for us when we catch them. So as you can see, I'm getting the mackerel. Threading the bait needle through straight as I can to come out the tail. And there's the very end of the little loop. I'm going to put the circle hook through first, then a rubber bead, so the left hand rod's going. I'm on the bait runner. I'm just going to wind down slowly when it starts to run. Yeah, it's taking line on the bait runner, which is fine. And slowly wind down, pull the hook to the scissors. Let's fish on. So this is a bit of a mess because it's caught my other lines, but I can undo this quick link
can let that go and take the fish to the unhooking mat and sort that out in a minute. Again, you can see hook, it's right in the scissors. There's my popped up bait right there. So I simply get a pair of pliers, turn the hook out, and I can put the trace out of the way, weigh the fish. So now weigh the fish when he calms down. These will part the weigh slings very good. And that one is 13 again. So there we go, on a popped up rig using a hair rigged circle hook. So this is the full fish today. Again, I'm gonna undo my quick link and I can take the net. Again, it's right in the scissors. Take that out by hand.
You may notice in this video that I have a change of clothes part way through. There's a very good reason for that. I had one run, and as I was putting the fish into the retainer, I had a run on the other rod, and I was a little bit hasty in getting the retainer into the water, and I fell in. And so I didn't have a spare set of clothes, so this is why I'm wearing this, as you can see. Fortunately, it was all captured on my head cam, so you can actually see it as well.
A little bit of a tail walk there. Don't feel too bad. Oh, there he goes again. In the net. So the other one is going while I got one in the sling. So I'll get this one in first. Oh. Oh. So I've just had this fish. I'm gonna show you how I unhook it. So I take the arms off the net, bring the net up. So get it on the unhooking mat and remove the net that way. And then I turn the fish upside down and get my knees both sides of it. And then find the trace. And we can see it's hooked completely in the scissors again. Get me pliers. Take hold of the chin under there. Hold it firmly with your knees on the sides. Then just turn that circle hook out. Make sure the trace is completely clear. And then you can either weigh or return the fish. I'm going to put this one in the sling because I want to see how much it weighs. So I've got my retaining sling. Put it into the sling. Make sure your zips have completely done up. Then you can put it back in the water.
So when weighing a fish, you need to make sure that your weigh sling is completely wetted down first. And then you can take the scales and tear the sling to 0. And set the weigh sling up on your unhooking mat when you bring the fish up. So when you're holding a pike, there's a place under the chin that you can hold it. You don't want to put your fingers inside the gill rakers because they're sharp and it does the fish damage. So you can put the fish into your weigh sling. Oh, £11, 5 ounces. £11.6. And then you can return the fish to the water in the sling.